Tip number 1, try to build more vertically, because the city is moving south and it's going to ram into obstacles. So for example, if I take this tower and I build it 2 tiles west like this, now my city is much larger than if I build it 2 tiles north. So this will ram into more obstacles than this. Tip number 2, if you have a tower like this one with a chance of dropping something on the ground, you're probably better off adding it on the south of the city than on the north of the city, and the reason is that you need to gather the gold on the ground. So for example, if it is here and there is an enemy here that dies and leaves a gold piece on the ground, since my city is moving south, the gold on the screen is going to move like this, and my time to gather it and bring it to the city is much lower than if the tower is here and kills an enemy here and there is a gold piece and it moves like this on the ground while my city is moving south. Tip number 3 is probably the opposite for ice towers. For example, if you put it north here and the enemies, the horde is trying to get to you, you deal damage, an AoE that slows the enemies down, so now they are getting here, they get ice damage, they will be much slower, so they will pull back a little bit, prevents them from reaching your city. If you put them on the south, you're going to slow them down, they are moving fast towards you, you're moving south towards them, now they get slowed down, they move a bit slower to your city, but you're still ramming into the enemies. On the side is pretty good, because the enemies are moving like this to your city, you're moving south, now they get slowed down by the ice towers here, so if they move fast like this, now they move much slower, so they tend to move behind your city like this, since you're moving south, but they're moving left, but slowly, and then if they get behind, they need to move like this south. So try to get the ice towers behind or on the sides. Tip number 4, you get the blue gems to upgrade your city, both from killing enemies and from gathering stuff. So you don't have to absolutely kill a lot of enemies to gather and get those blue gems. You can, for example, come here and mine the rocks, and I will get from mining the rocks a bunch of blue gems, so that is still a viable strategy to upgrade the city. Tip number 5, try to hit many things at once when you are gathering. For example, here if I want to gather some stone, I could go like this, gather, I hit with an arc and I hit many things at once. Like this, many things at once. If I want to hit this, instead of going here, I can go middle and I just hit many things at once with the arc. Tip number 6, you probably want to plan and leave a space for the plus 50% damage tower. For example, here I have a few damage tower, but I still have a space left here. Here I have a few damage towers, but I still have my space here. So if I put it here, I will boost by 50% the damage of these 4 towers, and now I will place more towers like this to have 9 damage towers boosted, instead of, for example, putting it here and only being able to hit 3 more towers. Tip number 7, when you're doing the arena, you can go out of the circle for a few seconds. So for example, if I stay in this circle, you can see the yellow here, that means when it gets to here, it will explode. What I have, it will happen at about 8 or 9 seconds, so you can go outside for a little bit and still replace yourself and come back in the circle. You're still going to be able to complete it. Not ideal, but it's a way to, instead of letting yourself die or lose, it's a way to complete the challenge sometimes. Tip number 8, still on the arenas, try to focus first on the big exploding enemies. Just going to wait to see one, should happen quite soon. Now this one, if you kill it, try to kill it in a pack of enemies, it will explode and kill a bunch of enemies, leaving an empty circle. So that is a good way to kill a lot of enemies at once. Tip number 9 is still about the big exploding enemies. When you see them coming to your base, you really want to hit them first so that they don't explode on your base. You see the damage that they dealt to my character? If they explode on your base, you lose hundreds of health, so you don't want this to happen. Tip number 10, for the axe upgrades, you probably want to focus more on damage than on attack speed, and the reason is that it's very easy to kite, so I'm just going to break this first. Now you can attack enemies, move back, attack enemies, move back, which is, for me, a much more easy way to play than to try to capture the full attack speed. So when doing this, you don't need a high attack speed, you just hit with high damage, you move back out of the way, and you repeat. Tip number 11, a lot of towers have knockback. So for example, this, no knockback, this, small knockback, and this, very good knockback. So you can place the knockback towers on the sides or on the top of your city, so that the enemies that try to reach your city get pushed back. Tip number 12, try to get things like this whenever you can. Not only will it kill enemies that get around, so if enemies spawn around here, they will get attacked by this tower, but it also deals a damage to the things around. For example, the trees here, they get much more easier to chop down, so 2 advantages. Tip number 13, offense is defense. So for the city upgrades, you probably want to focus first on tower damage, tower attack speed, if you like minions, minions efficiency. With these you will kill the enemies much more quickly, so you need less fortifications, you need less city health. For the hero, for the arenas specifically, you probably need hero damage, hero attack speed, since you won't have your minions and your towers to help you. You probably want to focus also on harvest speed and movement speed to gather, to mine and cut lumber much more quickly. And this is good also carrying capacity, so if you cut trees and get to trees much more quickly, now you can have more trees in your backpack to bring it to the city. Tip number 14, if the trees are on fire, they are easier to cut, so if your towers throw fire on enemies near trees, they will be put on fire, but an easy way is the fire aura. If you get this and you go near trees, they will go on fire. I will show you. I will show you here. I put the forest on fire, and then I can just chop the forest down really easily with the axe. Like this. And finally, tip number 15, when you are at the end of a run, you will get help from NPCs when you get around here. So if a boss is too hard, you can focus on defense and wait for the help from the other guys instead of just focusing on the boss. So that is a strategy that can work. Thanks for watching.